Ah. Everyone who has played Mario games has a favorite 3D Mario platform. Either it's being Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, 3D Land, 3D World, or even Odyssey. The one I've enjoyed the most, and in my opinion, the best one of them all, is Super Mario Galaxy. This game was extremely successful, and I usually every now and then go back to this game for the many memories I've had with it. I've beaten this game, I believe, 4 times. 3 times on the Wii and once on the Switch. It isn't just because of nostalgia, it's also because of how fun and well crafted the game is. Before I get to how I share my opinions with it, let's talk about how it even began. Oh, quick thing before we get rolling, as of recording, this channel just passed 100 subscribers. I'd like to thank you guys for all the support, and also how much support the previous got. It means a lot. I hope this channel can continue growing. Now, let's jump into the beginning of Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy and a few other games were born from the demo Super Mario 128. The first game out of this demo, which would be Pikmin, is because of how many characters were available on the screen. Next would be Metroid Prime for the physics. After that, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess would be used for the spherical walking. Sounds familiar, right? Well, next idea would be the thought of for not just spherical walking, but the physics as well. Once thought of, Super Mario Revolution was born. Wait, Revolution? Yes. Before the Wii was named, well, the Nintendo Wii, it was codenamed the Nintendo Revolution, which was first shown off. Later on, of course, would become the Nintendo Wii. When more development came to Super Mario Revolution, with the physics and the sphere walking, they immediately went to the idea of planets and galaxies. And then, Super Mario Galaxy was the final name. The game wouldn't be shown off until E3 2006, and it was like Super Mario Galaxy, but a completely different starting world, and also no Lumas? Yeah, I don't think Rosalina was thought of yet, or the Lumas, because instead, they were these special toads. I'm gonna call them star toads. Instead of circles on their shroom caps, instead they were stars, and would even turn into the launch stars for you, just like Lumas. Eventually though, they would end up scrapping that and adding in the Lumas. Originally, Mario Galaxy wasn't going to really have a story like it does now. Mario games didn't really have a story. If it did, they were, well, poor, honestly. Miyamoto didn't really want Mario games to have a grand story. Yoshiaki Koizumi, however, was able to slip under Miyamoto's nose, and with Rosaline in the game now, was able to make a story. And I'm very glad he was able to do this. But we will get to that. After a little while of a wait, on November 12th, 2007, Super Mario Galaxy would release in North America, and then the rest is history. Super Mario Galaxy, or if you're from South Korea, Super Mario Wii, yeah, that's a name, was nothing like we have ever seen before in a Mario game. It was breathtaking, gorgeous, intense, emotional. It's perfect in my eyes. Since this is on the Wii, it played with, of course, motion controls, but also had to play with the nunchucks. If you didn't have one somehow, because every Wii got packaged with one, you couldn't play it. The games open you up going to the Star Festival, which happens every 100 years because of comets. Mario, of course, gets invited to this festival and to meet Peach. As he enters the town, of course, hell breaks loose, as Bowser sends in his airships and freaking UFOs, which are only in this cutscene. I don't remember seeing them anywhere else. Like, they're only in this cutscene. But anyways, they take Peach's castaway into space, which then he will try to control the galaxy. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. I feel like Bowser in this game is the most threatening we have ever seen him. And the others, it's like, oh no, he took the princess, or he's doing a wedding, or hell, relaxing in a hot tub. This one, he wants to rule everything and is serious about it. I just wish Nintendo could make Bowser this threatening still. You could say Bowser's Fury does this, but he was covering all that inky goo stuff, because after that, he's just back to himself. Anyways, Mario was unsuccessful when Kamek blasts him off the bridge into space. He then awakens by Illuma, and after that, you get to see this. It's just you, the Luma, in the emptiness of space. Just this one single planet. It looks calming, but also lonely. This kind of shows the player just how big and vast space is. You get to chase the Lumas since they turn to bunnies, and after that is done, a structure will appear, and climbing to the top, you get to meet Rosalina for the first time. She watches over the galaxies, and is the mother of the Lumas. Her observatory lost power since Bowser took all the power stars. After talking with her, you then go to grab the first Grand Star, and I think it's a good start to the game. Once collected, you are finally at the hub area, Rosalina's observatory. The first area opens up as you go to choose a level. You see that the level select is a galactic map, and upon you is Good Egg Galaxy. You choose the level and fly in, and it's a great introduction because it's all quiet, and then, BAM! What I also love about this game is the soundtrack. It's so well done. Really, for example, is this one, Good Egg Galaxy. Space Junk Galaxy. Ghostly Galaxy. Bouillon-based Galaxy. And of course, Gusty Garden Galaxy. There's so much more too. I also really like how well Space Fantasy and Battle Rock Galaxy fit together. Just listen. There are many more galaxies out there, and each one having a really good soundtrack. I even like the hard ones, like the one with the rolling ball. Okay, there's one exception though. Lulu Galaxy. It sucks. It's very annoying. Like, my god. And I feel like the music to me just taunts you. Okay, so how does Mario control? I say very good. And also with the motion, he has a new move, which, well, to help with his Luma, the spin move, which is how he can get to places better, do damage, and use launch stars. There's a pointer to even shoot out star bits. Oh, right, star bits. Just like coins, they are collectibles that can be used to stun enemies, and, well, you can use them also on hungry Lumas, and they get very fat. Yeah, so you feed them a ton of star bits, and once they get satisfied, and very fat, blam, they become a new planet, which is to get a different power star in that level. In Ghostly Galaxy, you'll have to save Luigi in a mansion. Yeah, that's a good reference. After you do, Luigi will go out to look for the power stars, aka he gets stuck and you have to help him, but hey, at least he finds it. There are also green power stars, which unlocks 3 more levels. There's a lot to do in this game, and it's very fun to do so as well. There are 6 different domes to go through. The terrace, the fountain, the kitchen, the bedroom, the engine room, and the garden. The garden one is interesting. There's no music, it's just peace and quiet with ambient outdoor sounds. Also, the garden has the hardest levels, I'm pretty sure. Well, what about the items? Well, the star is now the rainbow star. I'm guessing they changed it to that so it doesn't confuse players with the power stars, because the original star, of course, looks the exact same. The fire flower returns as well, but is now a limited time item. There is also the ice flower, which in this game is only the second time it's ever appeared, the first time being in Mario & Luigi Partners in Time. This one works differently, unlike the other games. Instead of throwing ice balls, no, you turn to Ice Mario, and you can skate on anything liquid, which is water, and even lava, somehow. You're also immune to fire attacks, and like the fire flower, is limited time. The Boo Shroom. It makes Mario turn into a Boo, and to scare Luigi. This makes you able to float around and go through gates when shaking the Wii remote. If you get hit or get lights, you will lose the power-up. The Bee Shroom. This is the power-up people probably think of when Super Mario Galaxy comes to mind. You get a bee suit, and are able to fly, climb honey, and, whatever the hell this is. Mario, what the hell are you doing? She's getting horny! The Spring Mushroom. God, I hate this thing. This power-up makes you bounce a lot, and when timed good, this makes you jump very high in the air and also bounce off walls better. I'll be honest, it isn't the best thing to control out there. It's kind of annoying. And lastly, the Red Star. This power-up just makes me sad, because it has so much potential. If you played Mario 64, this will remind you of the Wing Cap. The thing is, though, this is only available in one level, if I can remember, and also only in the observatory. Why not more? This would just been amazing to use on other levels. Okay, now let's talk about Mario's health. This is the start of Mario being at 3 HP, if I'm correct. Because Mario was always at 8, if I think. Okay, I'll be honest, I never really played 64 Sunshine, so I'm thinking it's 8. So, but it was higher, but now it's just 3. This made the game actually a lot more challenging, which I believe was a welcoming change to people. There's also a mushroom you can get, which can give you up to 6 HP, but those are usually around boss fights. Hell, there are even comments that make you play a level with just 1 HP against bosses or levels. Ah, speaking of that, comments. These are playing through levels again, but with a twist. Either you're going as fast as you can, playing with just 1 hit, everything is much faster than normal, racing against a Cosmic Mario, and purple coins. Some are fun, and others are a bit annoying. Now with bosses, there are quite a good amount of bosses here. Dino Piranha is the first boss you go up against, which is just to get them really used to the controls. You get to murder a newborn, how fun. Fiery Piranha is pretty much the same thing, but fire, so it's a little more challenging. Hey, you kill another newborn though. There's that. King Caliente, which I think that's how you say his name, tests you on your spin moves. Timing them just right, and sometimes quick as well, with fire hazards, can lead you to hit him. Bugaboom lets you use more B Mario, and you have to ground pound on him. He will get pissed and then shit out bombs. Dear God, that must be painful. Your first true boss is this. Oh my god. Yeah, this boss is easy, but I think this is a really great true first boss. It's a ginormous robot that is filled with bullet bills to rush you down. It's a very fun boss to fight. Mandibug Stack. It's the Mandibug, but you kill its child and then enrage it and then kill it. Man, this game really likes you killing children. Bouldergeist. This has to be my favorite boss in the game. Bouldergeist is just really interesting to me in how you have to take him down. He even gets a comet to fight him with 1 HP. Baron Burr. He exists. pretty basic, but it gets the job done, but Camilla, I think that's how you say it. I always thought this was interesting. You have to avoid her with fireballs, and then once when she uses the green shells, it tests you with the aim of your green shells. And I mean it, like the last one, you really have to aim with your green shells. Top Maniac is the boss from Beyblade. That's a joke. Pretty easy to knock out, to be honest. Terran Tox is this giant spider that you have to fight, and he has this, like, these reddish things on him. Pretty much you have to hit these and they go splat, and then once that happens, he starts spitting out this green toxin goo shit, and pretty much it is kind of annoying to dodge at times. Once you get hit, it's just like, oh god, but once you're done with that, it's pretty easy to fight. Kingfin is another great one to me as well. This boss tests how good you are in the water, and you have to throw shells at him. Undergrunt Gunner is kind of annoying actually. Once you get through him, like, he's pretty easy to take down. Major Burrows. Yeah, I don't like this boss. He's very boring and also very forgettable. Lastly, we have Bowser Jr. and Bowser, which I think this game does great with the bosses with them. Bowser Jr. has to be taken down from his airship, and Bowser, you have to have him slam into lava, then spin attack him to damage him. He will then soon spin on his shell, making it harder to hit. Also, the Bowser levels are pretty challenging too. Also brings back the good old Mario 64 Koopa's Road. Now that I have talked about those, let's now actually go back to the finale of the game. After collecting a certain amount of stars, the observatory can now travel across galaxies, which is now used to face Bowser one last time. Bowser was creating this galaxy. A lot of obstacles are on the way to stop you, and also, the music is really good in this. After going through the level, you finally meet up to Bowser to have your showdown. You do the same as you did on the previous ones, but multiple times. After a long battle, Mario is victorious, having him and Peach fly away from Bowser. What they wouldn't expect is that there would be a collapse and then a black hole, sucking in everything, destroying everything. As all hope now seems lost, your Luma, that you have been with the entire game, jumps out, looks at you, and waves. The expression on Mario's face is the same expression I had when I first got to the scene, when I played for the first time. I realized what the Luma was going to do, and in my mind I was like, no, wait, don't go. As the Luma waves, the Luma jumps into the black hole with all the other Lumas. This would then cause a big bang. Mario was floating across. Upon him was Rosalina, and the sound of crying. Rosalina would say that this is the cries of newborn stars. She would then say, not every life cycle repeats the same way. It then fades, and then you're back in the Mushroom Kingdom. Though something is off. Mario and Peach are there, but Bowser wakes up with you. As he looks around, characters and enemies you have encountered in the game live on your planet now, and other planets you have encountered are nearby. Mario would look up and say,
Welcome! Welcome, new galaxy!
I think this is a really good emotional ending. And with all that, there's actually more to do. If you have all 120 stars and beat Bowser, this will happen.
Super Luigi Galaxy!
Yeah, you play as freaking Luigi. This would be the first time you could actually play as Luigi in a 3D Mario game. No, I'm not counting 64DS. He is faster, and even jumps higher than Mario, which can lead to places quicker. The downside is that he takes more time to slow down, which can lead to odd situations, and for some reason loses oxygen when spinning underwater. Why? Hey, future editing Wreath here. If you made it this far in the video, as you can see, by the time I'm doing this, it's almost done. I am finally almost done editing this video. It's been editing for like 2 to 3 weeks, but as you see here, like, there's barely any footage of Luigi, is because in the beginning I did say, yes, I beat the game about 4 times. This is my 5th playthrough. As I beat it, is actually, I only beat the story mode. I never actually got 120 stars, so I didn't really, like, 100% it. So, I never actually played Luigi before, and this experience was like a brand new experience to me. I never experienced Luigi, and yeah, I can very tell the differences. He jumps way higher, he can long distance farther, and like the water part I saw like online is like that's what happens, so that could actually not happen. I'm not getting that far. As the time of this recording, I only have 11 stars on Luigi. So, like, this next thing I have that's going to show, it's actually somebody else's footage. I did put, like, the source of it because I never actually got that far, which I'm just going to do this on my own now. Like, I'm just not going to finish it, like, on this video particular. Also, I'm doing this, like, with no script, so sorry if there's pauses, but I'm just going to do it on myself. I just wanted to clarify that just in case. So, okay, now back to the video. After beating this game again with Luigi with all 120 stars, you unlock the grand finale Galaxy. This takes place where it all began, in the Mushroom Kingdom, near Peach's castle. It's a purple coin level, and once it's completed, you will have 121 stars. You would have beaten the entire game at this point, and the entire journey of this game was just awesome. Something I need to bring up real quick that I didn't before is another place in the observatory, which is the library. This place is where Rosalina will tell stories to the Lumas and to Mario. This book is about how Rosalina got to space and how she became the mother of the Lumas. It's honestly a really sad story. I'm not really going to go into detail in this video, but you can check it out yourself. I'm glad it's here though. It explores more into Rosalina, and I wish more Mario games could just do this with more characters. This game is a masterpiece. I love it, and many other people do as well. To me, it is timeless. When playing through this again, it felt like I was 5 all over again. Remember the time I would go to the basement to either play this or Mario Kart Wii, having all the memories flood in my brain. It's a happy but also very sad feeling since it's just a memory now. You can't go back to it. But at least I was able to enjoy this game like so many have as well. If you have never played this game, I would heavily recommend it. It is a really great game. This game would be such a great hit, and the developers had so much more ideas that for the very first time, a 3D Mario would get a sequel. But that will be a whole different video because, man, this video is already long. And I wouldn't want it to drag it even longer talking about a whole nother game. But hey, if you made it this far, I would like to thank you all for watching this video. And also, I really appreciate the support the last video got. I hope this channel can continue growing with you all. My goal for this channel is to gain a community and for me to share my thoughts and talk about the history of games. But until then, I hope I can still bring interest in you all. And I'll see you guys on the next one.